Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is my review for Married at First Sight. This is season 10, episode 6. It's starting to get good a little bit, but we shall see where that goes, okay? If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Send to yourselves. Okay, do not forget to also like, comment, and share this video on your social media. And you can follow me on IG or Twitter, okay, at J_Lees_Corner. Okay, the link is in the description box below. Now, I'm going to break this up a little bit differently than how I was on the episode because we first seen a bit of couple things or whatever, and then all the couples together. I'm going to start with all the couples together because it was like a little bit meaningless, but not so much, and then go couple by couple, okay? So we see all the couples minus Mika and Michael go out to enjoy a day on the catamaran boat, you know what I'm saying, enjoying the water, splash, and stuff, having fun, jumping in the water, swimming around in the water, you know what I'm saying, just fun, kind of being had by all, okay? We then see the guys on the beach walking and talking, we see the girls on the beach walking and talking, okay? And for the most part, the guys, in my memory, had more conversation than the females did. Brandon brings up how it's just hard to adjust to being on camera. I'm a private person, you know what I'm saying? So it's just hard to adjust to cameras, always being around. Austin says how he and Jessica are private. They're private or whatever, but they have been, doing some adult things on this trip. Mainly because they was asking like who's been, doing it or whatever. And both Austin and Jessica are private, so they're not really saying much. But they're thinking, they've said in their own way, yes, they have had sex. They're just not going into detail about how it is. But as he said, we're enjoying ourselves. We're having a great time. They having good old sex, okay? Good old sex, okay? Derek says for him and Katie, we're very much so alike. We're very much so alike or whatever. It's like we're the same person. I don't want to fuck myself. Well, look. Let's move on. I'm just saying, I don't, would I date someone? Well, I would, because him is just like me. He just, okay, I get it. Anyway, so we then see Zach. Zach is saying how basically he isn't attracted to Mindy. You know what I'm saying how I'm having, to let this attraction grow and evolve, okay? So right now we're like friends, and this is weird for me because I've never been with a person who I wasn't really attracted to. And he was kind of still talking in circles how he do sometimes or whatever. Brandon like Zach don't like Mindy, okay? And then Derek said how I had no idea what Zach is talking about because again it's just weird. But I'm like, bruh, we know Zach's a jerk. Zach's on this thing for attention or whatever, and it's not gonna look well for that man during the reunion. Now, when the ladies were chit chatting or whatever, all I can remember was Taylor was saying how Brandon is really moody. He's very moody. And she doesn't like moody people because it's nothing. But she brings up how, I'm saying, it's okay because he has this really sweet side. She came to the room last night. He had all the candles and stuff and the bubbles and the bath, and it was a great thing. So again, it's this kind of, sugary, sweet thing with also some bullshit afoot on that side. So, what I'm saying? He has these two sides. So that was really the gist of the couples being together. Okay, so first up, who do we have? Jessica and Austin. Okay, and we know what they are. Awkwardly corny, weird little cocoon people who came from the same cocoon, born from the same pod, on the same planet, wherever they came from or whatever. Now, they've been married for 5 days, okay, 5 days, and they're having great sex, as I mentioned earlier. Now, they say how it doesn't even feel like they just met, and they look like I've only been watching this show for maybe like 3 or 4 seasons. This is the first time I feel like they seem like a regular normal couple. They remind me of, who was the two? It was a weird couple. I can't even remember their names. It was like 2 seasons ago, and I know they were on like Happily Ever After, and she was pregnant or whatever, and she had all them dogs. It was like a rescue dog person, and he was always having to clean up dog poop. That's who they remind me of. Like they just mesh well together, and the professionals got it right. Okay, now they say again they hatch from the same cocoon. I think that's what it was. They're just an awkward couple, but it works. And I don't mean awkward in a negative way at all. They're both awkward, but it works for them. It's really really good. But it's going really well for them or whatever. So the last night he planned a candlelit vigil, not vigil, Lord Jesus, a candlelit dinner for them to show her his appreciation. Okay, and they sit there, two awkward people laughing and having a good old time or whatever. They have an awkward humor. They mesh. I don't have nothing else. That's all I have. Okay, because that's really all that it was. They gonna get back to the world and move in together and take it step by step, day by day. Okay? Step by step. Day by day. Anyway, so next up we have Katie and Derek. They seem to also begin getting along pretty well. Like they like each other. They do. They've recently been having sex. They've been doing it and stuff or whatever. And so they don't really, they don't have any issues right now. Now we do see them having lunch. And they talk about how, I'm saying, we're going to get back, back home. We're going to end up moving in. Because each couple, when they get back, they're going to move into an apartment together. So, like, we're going to get back home, move into this apartment together. Like, I wonder, like, do you like dogs? Because she has a dog, okay? And her dog has never lived in an apartment. And apartment living is different for animals, okay? And so he said, well, yeah, my roommate has a dog or whatever. And he's like, how do you feel about, like, dogs sleeping in the bed with you? Because her dog sleeps in the bed with her. He then said, well, I'm okay with dogs in the bed because my roommate's dog sleeps in my bed mainly every night. I was like, okay. Yeah, I'm saying, I guess if I had a dog, I would not want animals in my bed. I would not. I'm not an animal person at all. Again, I doubt I would ever date a man with a dog. I just don't, that's not my thing. They're like babies. They can't talk. And I mean, I can date him with a kid because the kid can say stuff to me, but a dog can't tell me shit. Okay, they can bark and make, and I have to figure out what they mean, but I don't have time. But they seem to be okay with having the dog in their bed every night. I'm like, okay, let me stop. Anyway, so we then see they have dinner later on. Again, that's last night, and Katie brings up, I just feel like things are just moving so fast. I'm saying, and this meaning how they haven't had any time to themselves. They got married, wedding night, honeymoon, and they've been together. Like they haven't had any time to just decompress and like, okay, calm it down. So she brings up how she was like, okay, I'm gonna take a shower, and that was gonna be her moment just to be by herself. Nah. He came and got in the shower with her. Well, that's what happens when you start having sex. You take showers together, okay? But again, it's like, I just wanted my time, but it was fine or whatever. Because again, we're going to be going home and things get back to normal or whatever. And at that point, maybe I'll have more time to myself because I'll be at work and doing things, okay? And they both are just ready to get back to real life, off the island. Because they've been there for 4 days or 3 days, how many days? And just, in a lap luxury around each other. And, it's just not reality yet. It's not reality. So, yeah. I'm getting through them. Because it ain't much, okay? It ain't much at all. So we then have Mindy and Zach. Oh, Mindy and Zach. The people we don't like. Not the people. The person. And I mean Zach, not Mindy. Her name's right there, but I'm saying him. Now, they both talking about sleep and showers, okay? What time they go to bed, who was most sleepy, who went to sleep first, how many hours sleep they got, who woke up first, what time the other one wakes up on. I'm like, okay, I guess, okay. And then also showers. She likes really, really hot showers. He likes really, really cold showers. And he like, did you take a shower today? I'm thinking like, I hope she did. But he said it as if she didn't. She lied and said she did. I was like, He said, did you? I thought I would have heard you take one. And I was like, maybe she didn't. She don't like showers every day. And it's just so weird with them or whatever. So again, we see them later on at dinner. Okay. And, she brings up how, things are not as she thought they would have been for it to have been a honeymoon. You know what I'm saying? It's a honeymoon. You know what I'm saying? And she then mentions how, hey, I'm wondering, like, why are you not wearing your wedding ring? He's like, oh, well, sometimes I just forget to put jewelry on. I'm not a jewelry person. I forgot to put it on. But he says it, and he has his watch on and a bracelet on. I'm like, so you put on a watch and a wooden beaded bracelet, but you didn't put on your wedding ring when you're on the honeymoon with your new wife. If anything reminds you the fact that you're married, it should be the lady in the bed next to you. Okay? Just gonna say that. Anyway, he then talking in circles as he does about things or whatever, but he kind of gets around a little bit to how he is, how he's not attracted to her, okay? You know what I'm saying? Saying, what did he say? He said, he looked, wait, what did he say? Oh, when I'm not around you, I look to see if I miss you, and I can't wait to be around you. You know what I'm saying? If I can feel an attraction from afar, because I ain't there, like, am I pining away to be with you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, he's such an asshole, like a complete asshole. You know what I'm saying? He says he just doesn't know what to do about the fact that he does not feel this attraction to her that he usually feels with women he's with, and now he's married to this woman who he's not attracted to. And I was like, this asshole, you know what I'm saying? And she like, so what do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Because he keeps like, I don't know what to do. It's like, okay, well, what can I do? What, should I get new titties? Like, what do you want me to do? He's like, no, I'm not asking you for an excuse. I'm just telling you that I don't know what to do about it. And I'm like, you can stop focusing on the fact that you are not attracted to her and get to know her. Like, just take the time to do that. I'm like, it's just so weird or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so they food come and she's like, I'm not even hungry. I don't even want this right now. It's too much. And I said, well, just don't eat it or whatever. Just don't do that. So we later on see after dinner, because again she wasn't hungry no more, and he like, this is so much food, I don't know if I can eat all this. So we see he in the hallway record on his phone. He's talking about, you know what I'm saying, I just didn't think things would be this hard, I just don't know what to do. But he's sitting there in like a little model pose. I'm like, he is such, girl, hair all done up, looking all coiffed. I'm like, he just fucking team too much. Now she in the room on the phone with Dr. Vanessa, Dr. Vivian, okay? Because like, I just, it's just so weird or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he told me how he didn't like me using the words husband, wife, marriage, honeymoon, saying that because we just got married and we really don't know each other yet, that, you know what I'm saying, that I don't have to use those words. I'm like, but y'all are legally married. You are her husband. She is your wife, and y'all are on a damn honeymoon. Now, I can understand if he's saying that she's consistently using these titles and she's consistently saying, and he's just tired of hearing it. Sometimes that can happen or whatever. I'm not gonna say that's a bad thing, but Zach's an asshole. Zach don't want to be married. Zach wants to make it seem like I'm trying, but I'm not. Zach is gonna say, I didn't feel a spark from the beginning, and I kept trying to make it work. He's trying to make it seem like I kept saying I didn't know what to do, because when he leaves her in the end, and or she leaves him, he's trying to make a way for him to not look like a douchebag, because he came on here knowing he wasn't gonna be in it for that long. Once he saw her, and ain't nothing wrong with her. She seemed like a great person. So you kind of know he came into this thing not really wanting to be in it for full term. And that's why his friends kept on saying, what you getting married for? They knew. His friends knew from the beginning, but that's, girl. Anyway, the doctor then said, you know what? It may be that he just has cold feet after the fact, okay? Because sometimes a person may not be nervous in the beginning. They may not be nervous until they're in it. And she said, no, I don't even know why he's here. I don't know why he did the show, because he doesn't seem like he's ready for it. And she's like, well, sometimes it's just hard or whatever. Again, it could be cold feet. I'm saying, she brings up how, what do you think, he has another side to himself that you haven't met yet? She says, well, yes, I do think he has, another side or whatever, but I also feel like he doesn't want me to get to know that side. And he doesn't. He's a fucking robot, okay? He's Rosie from the Jetsons, okay? He's a robot just walking around giving people stuff that they don't need, okay? Anyway, but again, she's like, I don't think he wants to show me that other side of him, so I don't know what to do. So she's like, I think he made it to be scared. I'm like, Dr. Vivian, shut up. Because you're giving every reason when I'm like, no, Zach is a user. Okay, he's trying to get ahead in life on this show. That's what it is. But again, he may be scared. You know what I'm saying? I think it's normal if he wasn't attracted to you at first or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And maybe when he get back home and he's more in his own element or whatever, it can help him adjust to life better, and he won't be so focused on having to have this instant connection with you. Now that I can agree with. And I'm not saying that people don't get married on the show and they may not have that instant thing, and it may come, you know what I'm saying, in week 2 or 3 or week 4. But Zach is full of crap. We've seen this since day one. Zach is full of crap. And usually I'm all for don't throw in the towel so soon. It's only day 5. Not with Zach. Girl, nope. Anyway, but the doctor do say, hey, look, just don't change who you are based on you or him not knowing, why he isn't attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? Be who you are fully. And if you don't like it, then it is what it is, okay? So, we see them packing up on last day. And she brings up how my honeymoon just wasn't a good honeymoon, like it just wasn't. Mainly because my husband told me he was attracted to me. For one, he didn't kiss me the whole time. I'm saying he wouldn't even hold my hand. So it's just not a good honeymoon. And it's not. That's the worst honeymoon a person can have. If he asked me, I would not, girl. I told y'all, at the end of the day, we gonna have sex or not. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't get married at first sight. But I'm saying if I did, we banging. Banging the beats. Banging. This is on Detroit. Anyway, so we then see Mika and Michael. Okay, where's the photo of Mika and Michael? Mika and Michael, are still in separate suites. Okay, he's in his room. She's in her room. Now, as I mentioned earlier, they did not go on the group outing on the catamaran in the water. Splash, splash. They ain't go. Okay, so they both are saying how they don't like the fact that they're, not on the same page. They neither one of them like it or whatever. But neither of them before now have taken the steps. You know what? Let's stop being dumb. Ain't no way on God's earth I'm going to spend all the days of my honeymoon without my husband. Like, I get day 1, it was an issue. But after day 1, y'all should have came together and so, you know what, we just have to be at least in the same room. We need to at least be around each other. Even y'all not doing it regardless. I'm like, what's the big deal? Anyway, so we then see they said how the professionals told them, hey, y'all need to take some time to yourself, and get to hang out without the other couples. Because again, I guess so. Anyway, so they take the day and they hanging out, walking through the city, chit-chatting, you know what I'm saying, just bonding or whatever. And so they walking and talking and walking or whatever, and it was a positive experience, if to say the least. You know what I'm saying? They both are opening up and bonding. They both bring up how they want kids eventually. They both speak of how they want to travel with the kids and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't listening all that much or whatever, but they both were not fussing with one another. And they were listening to one another. So that was a good thing. But again, it was more of they took everything else, let's not worry about the other couples. Let's not, whatever. It was fine. It was fine or whatever. So she brings up how she feel like she got over her own bullshit. She says, I feel like I was unsure about the marriage, and about Michael. And because of that, I was kind of in my own head about things or whatever. And so I wasn't putting my best foot forward. And I think I'm over that now. And he brings up how he feels hopeful now and optimistic because like I feel like I finally see her and more how she was the first day at the wedding. And he said because after that she was a little bit different. And I think it's an adjustment for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But I guess, you know what I'm saying, she could have just been nervous. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? She could have been nervous. He could have been nervous. Everybody's nervous, okay? Anyway, they even go and have they was at a little tent, a little shopping tent or whatever, and bought some little trinkets. It was real cute. You know what I'm saying? They went and tried some little drinks or whatever. It was cute. Cool. So we did see them later on having drinks. They didn't have dinner, they had drinks. Other couples had dinner, they had drinks. And so, he brings up how they want to move forward, get back home and start, the whole move in together thing or whatever and be together. What? I ordered some food from somewhere and I'm like, why is it saying it's an hour? And why the person who picked it up is so damn far away? Why don't you want to pick up my food? You not nowhere even near the goddamn on. Okay, we don't leave that alone. Anyway, because I think it's weird when DoorDash people pick up orders when they nowhere near where the place is. I'm like, why are you? That's across. Girl, I don't care. Well, I do. Well, at least my food won't be cold. Because once I get to the restaurant, and it's whatever. Focus, girl. Focus. So again, while having drinks and chit chat or whatever, he brings up to her how I want to make sure that once we get back home, that we make sure daily to carve out time, after work to talk, to bond, to communicate or whatever, and just to enjoy each other and build a bond, because sometimes, work can be stressful, work can take a lot out of you, whatever, and it can take up a lot of our time. So I want to be sure that we are spending time together. I said that's a good thing. You need to bond, okay? All the dang on time. She then said, okay, that's cool. And I also have some house etiquette rules I want you to follow. I said, he came with, I want us to be able to bond and grow, and you have house etiquette lessons. Okay. What did she say? She said, first of all, I don't like clean up. I don't like cleaning up after people. And so I need you to clean up after yourself, and I'll clean up after myself. And I said, okay, I understand that, but I also feel like if my husband leave a dish in the sink, I'll wash it. A dish, okay? You can't cook a whole 4-course, for 6-course meal, and you leave all the dishes. Well, I mean, if you cook, I can clean. But I'm just saying, like, it go. I don't want to ever have rules that make it seem like we roommates, because that's a roommate rule. That's not a boyfriend girl. Yeah, like, when people are over here, I just can't. I don't know how to even word it right. Oh, see, they picked up my order. See, I wonder sometimes if they be seeing they far away and they don't be, but I don't know. So let's see if I get it by the time I end this thing. Anyway, so that was one thing. But I'm like, that's a roommate rule. I don't think that's a husband-wife rule. But I guess he's a stranger and they roommates because they never sex. So I don't know. She also brings up how most of the bed belongs to me. You can get a corner and that's that. I said, and he was like, how was most of the bed yours? Like, a bed is a bed. A bed is a bed. And usually, when you're in the bed with somebody, you just share it. It ain't most of it is mine. It ain't most of it is yours. You just share it, okay? We sleep in the middle. All hugged up. You know what I'm saying? Cuddles or whatever it is. So anyway. So, I'm like, whatever. She then said, I don't like people who be on the phone all the time. So if I'm talking or whatever, or if we talking, you cannot look at your phone or whatever at all. You know what I'm saying? I need you to give me I need all the attention. He said, does that include Apple Watches? I guess because she consistently looks at her Apple. I be checking the time. I'm like, girl, no, you don't be lying. Anyway, she then said, you wake up early, okay? And I don't. So I need you to not wake me up, okay? You can tiptoe around if you want to. Don't cut no lights on, but just don't wake me up. I said, girl. He said, okay, well, this is going to be fun. I said, no, it's not. But she's showing you that she's 25. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful, ageist way. I mean that stuff that 25-year-olds bring up because they feel like, I don't wake me up. Don't the girl? I said, okay. Anyway, we then see they finally in the same room. I'm going off. They in the same room or whatever. You know what I'm saying? In their robes. In the same bed and everything, with a pillow in the middle. And I'm like, girl, people put that pillow in the middle like the pillow don't stop nothing. Truthfully, though, the pillow in the middle it don't stop nothing, okay? The pillow in the middle is an enhancer. Sometimes it lifts stuff up to get them stop. Anyway, we do see them wake up the next morning and they say how things went well because they both stayed in the same bed last night. I say, well, that's, a thing to happen. And lastly, Taylor and Brandon. This picture of Brandon, the look on his face, matches the antics of him, I feel like, in today's episode. So we see how they're saying things have been good and bad. Okay, good and bad. And how Brandon brings up how he is typically a very private person. Okay, he's typically very private. And for that reason, having cameras in his face all the time, or being told where to go, what to do, and all that, it's been hard for him to deal with. You know what? I get that. That can definitely be different. I completely understand that. We're gonna keep going about that. So we also find out that they have not had sex yet. Okay, even though we had the whole hot tub jacuzzi situation last night, they ain't do it. They ain't do it. He says because they're not ready for sex yet. I said I don't think y'all is either. So they do go on a date, later on or whatever on the last night, and everything seems fine. They laughing and talking about how, things are this and things that or whatever. The drinks come, you know what I'm saying, and she wants to take a picture of the drinks before, they drink. And he like, oh, okay, so whatever. So, she said that's just something that I do, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm on social media, whatever, and so I post most of my life and what I'm doing on social media, okay? He said, oh, okay. He like, because you have a large following on social. It's not really a large following. Like, cause I guess if you have like 100 followers, then my 13,000 will be a lot. But, I have friends who have way more followers than me. And I'm like 13,000 followers on IG or on whatever is a lot. It may not be the most, but that's a large following. I'm like, girl, stop it. Anyway, so his thing was, you know what I'm saying? But she said that's how she stayed in touch with people, her friends, family, and this and that and that and this or whatever. He said typically in life he would not date a person who was that popular on social media because he's just not a person who does a lot of social media. It does take a very a particular kind of person to date somebody who is on social media, okay? Be it YouTube, be it Twitter, be it whatever. If you have a large following, you have to be with somebody who understands you post a lot of shit. This should be told, okay? But he like, that's not what he would have picked, him personally. I said, okay. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? She like, oh, I don't know why. He said because he feel like people who sit around and do things and post things and take pictures of everything, it's as if they're doing it for likes, and he thinks it's fake. And not that people are fake, but they're living a fake life. They're living their life doing things just for attention. So he think it's not a real life. And I said, well, I get how you meant it, but again, Brenda's a bit of an asshole, as we see is going on. Okay, but he told her like, I'm not a social media guy at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's an adjustment for me as well. Now he do tell her that he noticed that she does put her phone down. She does not record every little thing or whatever. So he noticed that she isn't like other people that he's talking about. But I also feel like she probably can't record everything because they're recording the show. She can't show stuff. So I do feel like it may be different in real life because, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Anyway, but I don't post for likes, and they seem to be cool with the whole thing as far as it goes right now. Okay? Even though he went off about people on IG, they only post, I'm like, ooh, they gonna tear your ass apart. And I don't think I found him on IG. I was looking those. I was gonna say, you. Anyway, so we then, he tell her how he feel like she's a good person. So again, it's a nice little bonding moment, okay? Now she like, I just want to make sure he's not like a jealous guy, because I've had guys who can handle it or whatever, because I do get attention from other guys on my page, so I just hope he isn't like a jealous type of person, okay? And so it's the last day, and Brandon is in the mood, okay? Brandon is in the whole mood, mainly because is he hungry? I'm not sure. What? I think they app must be broke because my food can't be an hour away still. I just think it's weird because they keep taking. Anyway, so he get back to the room, and the producers, you see him like, so when is the food coming? They're like, yes, it's on the way. He's like, what am I supposed to do until it gets here? They said, oh, well, you want to have a can talk. He like, you know what? You playing me. And so you trying to play me. She's like, I'm not trying to play you. Yes, you are. And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? She said, I'm not trying to play you. I'm just trying to record your story. We're just recording your story. I'm like, Lord. I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? When the food comes in, let me know. And he leaves the room. Taylor on the bed, look. She's like, she on the bed like, oh my God, this just seemed too much. But she brings up how it has been a big adjustment for him more than her. Okay, so and she says how he has been very abrasive and rude to the production staff, and she does not like it. But he's just adjusting. But again, she does not like the things he's been doing or saying to the staff. So we see him trying to leave, but again, you're recording a show. So as he's leaving, the camera crew is still following him because he's recording a show. He's trying to get on the elevator. He then kind of grabbed the camera and kind of pushes it back. The camera, first was holding the camera, but he grabbed the camera like leave me. I need some time. Leave me alone. And they're like, Brandon, you can't do that. Like, let the camera go. Like, dude, you can cut it out or whatever. Rude, disrespectful. It is just not good or whatever. I need 10 minutes. And she's like, well, give him 10 minutes. Like, if you can give him 10 minutes, just let him go down to the bar, said Taylor. Production then say, if he's going to the bar for a drink, we're recording the show. Like, we're recording the show. That's what we do. Okay, so if you need water or you need a drink and you going to the bar, we're going with you. You know what? I don't like that. And he's just so like, okay, well, we can just stand here in this elevator for as long as you want, because if you don't give me time that I want, I'm not going to give y'all anything to film. Well, they're going to film this. And they're going to play this. So my thing is, you think you're stopping them from getting content. You're giving them the worst content. It just is what it is. But I'm like, girl, bye. So, she like... Anyway, you know what I'm saying? The producer's like, look, you came on the show knowing we was recording things. Like, you knew what it was when you came on the show. So, we are just here to document everything. Like, we're not trying to be assholes or whatever, but we're just here for that. So, Taylor then said, well, let me try to calm down. Okay? Let me try to talk to him. But it didn't work. So she then said to him, I'm saying, well, you know what? The difficult person that you're being, I don't want to be married to that person. I want you to be that sweet, kind brand. Like, but this other person, like, it's just not a good thing. He got pissed at her because all he heard her say was, I don't want to be married to you. When she said, this mean, rude Brandon is not who I want to be with. Like, I want the sweet one. I want the, what I'm saying? But he got pissed off, whatever. Took his ring off. Threw it at her, whatever, yelling and fussing or whatever. He then left. She then had to pack up their stuff, okay, because he left without packing. We then see they downstairs on the buses and he is cussing her out, okay? I don't have time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? You didn't try to do shit, Taylor. Fuck you, Taylor. I say, fuck you, when he said, fuck you, Taylor, I said, oh. Such words for a stranger. I said, oh, okay. So, calm down, Brandon. Fuck that. I ain't calm down until I get home to Washington. I said, oh, he's a whole asshole. Brandon, this right here shows us why they got, they supposedly, ain't together now. I'm going to say that. Anyway, that was the whole show. Brandon's a jerk. Zach is a jerk. Brandon's a jerk. Zach is a jerk. Okay, and two different kinds of jerks. Zach is a jerk who came in not wanting to be married, but he wanted the opportunity. Brandon is a jerk where he don't know how to be a nice person when he's under stress and he's uncomfortable in different situations. But there's still some jerks. There is still some jerks. Anyway, I'm done. Peace.